Big Joe, headed to a game or concert at Bridgestone Arena? How about starting and ending your night at Bar Lines inside the Omni Nashville Hotel, just steps away? Savor award-winning Southern-inspired dishes, handcrafted Tennessee drinks, and the unbeatable energy of fellow fans. With 22 jumbo flat-screen HD TVs, you're never going to miss a moment of the action. Also, park at the Omni for ultimate convenience and experience a true taste of Nashville. Bar Lines, where every seat feels like the front row.
You can take the Game Nashville Sports Network with you wherever you go.
You need to see him improve and carry some people along with him.
Just search for the Game Nashville in your app store and listen to all three stations. 102.5 The Game.
That coaching staff should be commended.
I would tend to believe that they would try to keep him.
Apathy destroys a franchise.
94.9 The Fan.
But this next one needs to be out in this community.
When you get all that money, the expectations go from here, and they're accelerated.
And Sports Talk 8:30 a.m.
The presentation of Joe Namath is that he was New York, controversial, guaranteed a victory, and that's what changed the NFL.
Are all in one place. Your sports live here on the Game Nashville app.
Your sports live here. WBUZ HD3 Laverne. We are the Game Nashville Sports Network. ESPN 94.9 The Fan.
I'm reading some rock.
"35 years of the best sports talk in Nashville. It's the George Plaster Show with Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame quarterback Kelly Holcomb and young gun Lewis Maddox. And now, here's your host, George Plaster.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome in. As you can probably tell in the background, we are at Sports and Social in Green Hills Mall, where there is a packed house to watch France and Spain in the World Cup. If you say, well, now everybody says packed house. Big crowd, and it's pretty cool to see. It's the second time today that they've had a packed crowd, because I played host earlier today for the third year in a row. Luncheon that Bobby Bentley speaks at, and Kelly, we had about 125 BGA alums in here, and it was good stuff.
You didn't screw it up, did you, George?
I really didn't. They didn't give me much to say, and they probably were thinking like you.
So, well, I was actually going to compliment you, because I like your shirt, but then I see down in the bottom corner that it is a BGA shirt. So,
yeah,
I mean, there you go. That just goes with everything else that George owns. He got it given to him. It's not his. Somebody else did it for him, but I like the shirt. It's really nice. Coach Bentley obviously gave that to you.
Actually, he did not, but, you keep assuming, because you know what that means.
Yes, I do.
Kelly, my initial thought when I saw his shirt was that the design on it, he probably wore that because if you spill something on it, you're really not going to be able to tell.
That's right. Because we've seen in past experience, we've seen in past experiences that George is not scared to spill something on himself.
No, he's not.
Kelly, what is wrong with you?
Hey, and George, I've got to ask you too. Do you tell Chuck Morgan what to say, or does he just?
I give him the kind of a script. How good is his voice?
His voice is great, but here's the deal: you've got to stop with the young gun stuff. Like, there's nothing about Lewis that's a young gun, Well,
okay, what would you call him?
I don't know, but it's not. You got to let me figure that out. But young gun Lewis Maddox, I've heard the young gun Billy Derrick for 4 years now, and and now I got to hear young gun Lewis Maddox.
I tell you what, from here on in, or as my Spanish teacher at BGA said, I tell you this: from here on in, then you can take care of all of the stuff.
Okay.
In getting the Open done, because I have a feeling we'll be here a while.
Your feeling would be correct.
You will be useless. So, Lewis, do you have an update with substance, or is it just a bunch of junk?
Somewhere in the middle. We're still striving for excellence, though.
Yeah, well, at least you're not putting America's favorite update. I'll never forget the first day Parker put that out there, and Kelly, you had the same look that I did, like, what?
I wanted to throw up in my mouth.
What do you got?
Favorite update.
Well, this is your daily sports
I know
update.
what I wanted to say, but I wouldn't have been back the next day.
We're going to start with the home run derby last night. Jordan Walker beats out Kyle Schwarber for the derby title. 6 bombs in his final 6 swings. He's the first St. Louis Cardinal to ever win the home run derby. The Phillies fans in attendance there, they booed everybody except for Kyle Schwarber.
Oh, I believe that. They've booed Santa Claus in December.
Yes.
So Jordan Walker is a huge reason that the Cardinals have had a little bit of an uptick in the first half of the season. Kelly, I'd love to tell you more. I don't get Netflix.
I tell you what, though, that was kind of pressure packed because he had to hit 6 in a row, did he not?
I don't know. I didn't watch it either, but I know he hit 6 in a row.
He did
to win it. And it was a comeback, so I think that's correct.
Yeah, I think they were doing it. Were they doing it by outs, George? Like you had, and like he couldn't have got another out, or he would have been out.
Kelly, I honestly don't know. I didn't get to see any of it. I have no idea if they changed the rules.
Oh, they did.
From okay, then I really don't know.
Right.
But whatever Netflix did, it's better than hearing Chris Berman give me back 18 times.
Why you hating on
Chris Berman? I love Chris Berman, but that event is not his strongest suit.
ESPN released their top 10 quarterback list. I'll give you 10 and I'll give you
hold
1.
on a second. Screw them. We have Kelly Holcomb.
Well, that's why I brought this up.
Yours is strikingly different than mine. I guarantee you my first 5 are pretty close.
Josh Allen is 1. Caleb Williams is 10. So
there you go.
Caleb Williams.
Josh Allen
that was kind of the
1.
news. Yeah, that
he's
Caleb
overtaking Patrick Mahomes,
10.
huh? Okay.
According to them, they have. In a summer league game last night, Utah Jazz guard Trey Alexander, he drove to the basket, collided with Bulls rookie Caleb Wilson, and the collision, he grabbed his left side of his abdomen, walked away for a little bit, and then he collapsed to the ground under the basket. He was stretchered off the floor. No update from the Jazz other than he is receiving medical care right now, so I'm going to continue to follow that and keep everybody updated with what goes on with Trey Walker.
You worry about the fact that they're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that could be a total misread on my end, but my first thought is I don't like the fact I'm not hearing much.
Right.
Because usually, an organization is going to want to push good information out as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So the fact that there's nothing is not a good sign. The Netflix series Quarterback Season 3 releases today. Cam Ward is one of the 4 quarterbacks featured on the show. The other 3 include Jaden Daniels, Joe Flacco, and Baker Mayfield. I'm pumped about this. Have y'all watched Quarterback before?
Lewis, have you seen the first 2? I have not. I've heard about it. I just have not.
That's shocking to me.
You like it?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, but I lived it, so why am I going to go through it again? I don't really I mean, I know what they've gone through. I know what they go through.
And last season was great because they had I'm a big Marcus Mariota guy and always was, and he was on the show last year, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
Even though he got benched like 6 weeks into the season, and he was no longer a part of the show at that point. George, have you watched Netflix's Quarterback?
I never have.
You need to.
Okay.
Georgia's still got the plug-in Comcast from the back of the TV. Do you think he's
What-
got Netflix?
He's got an antenna.
What with a rotary phone?
Yes. Let me get back here and unscrew it.
No.
I mean, we're not streaming at George's house, that's for sure.
Hold on a second.
Let me adjust the
You've been
tinfoil.
over there. Do you have any evidence of a rotary phone?
I don't have any evidence not supporting
somewhere.
that.
It's somewhere.
No, it is not.
All-Star game is tonight. Starting pitchers have been announced. Phillies' Christopher Sanchez, he gets to start, and he'll face off against Toronto's Dylan Cease.
Okay, most years, the All-Star game, in let's say the last 10 to 15 years, has been a big snooze fest because what you've had are pitchers who come in, empty the tank for one inning and throw 101, and it ends up with very little action. I think tonight might be different because the Phillies stadium is a home run paradise. I think we're going to see some runs. I hope so.
I do too. That's what makes it
Baseball
exciting.
could,
Guys, do they still have the deal where whoever wins this game gets the they don't in the
No.
World Series?
It's
Okay.
funny. I liked the idea.
I
It
did
did
too.
not go over well at all.
Oh, okay.
The last time Philadelphia hosted an All-Star game was in 1996, so it's been 30 years.
96 would have been at the Vet.
Had to be.
And as Kelly knows,
Ooh,
and I know because I've walked the Vet's artificial turf,
that was awful.
abominable,
It's like
whatever that means.
Yeah, what Kelly used to play on. It was like carpet on concrete, pretty much.
It was bad. And then you had the bases, and they sunk down in the field. It was not good.
No.
One more piece on the All-Star game. Chris Sale is making his 10th All-Star appearance. Only 8 starting pitchers have ever accomplished that. Warren Spahn has 14. Tom Seaver has 12. Roger Clemens with 11. Steve Carlton with 10. Tom Glavine with 10, Randy Johnson with 10, Kershaw got his 10th last season, and now Sale. So a pretty elite company there.
Chris Sale for Vaughn Grissom. Can you say one-sided? Where would we be without him? Holy cow.
Switching over to some NFL stuff, Tyreek Hill rumors are starting to heat up. He's been heavily linked to a reunion with Kansas City, but now the Bears and Raiders seem to also be very interested in the wide receiver.
Kelly, I would think with the Bears that you put him with the weapons they've already got and he stretches a zone, man, there's going to be some fun in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, there's already some fun in Chicago, and there could be more. I mean, that guy can flat up pick him up and put him down.
So some more NFL stuff. 70 through 67, the players on the NFL Top 100 in that number range were released today. It's been some real controversy surrounding this whole list this season. We've talked about last week how Jeffrey Simmons was put at 83, and this is a voting that is done by the players. He was put at 83. I don't think any of us agree that there's 82 better players than Jeffrey Simmons in the NFL. This is even crazier. Lamar Jackson was ranked 69th today.
Okay, so Kelly, what's your theory? Is this something where he's pissed off players and we don't know it?
I mean, yeah, it could be. I don't
Because
I
there's
don't
no
know.
way he's the 69th best player in that league, and the players know it. So I've got to think there's something we don't know that's influencing that vote.
Yeah, and I don't know what would be influencing that vote other than the fact that he's been injured the last couple of years pretty significantly. So I don't know. But yeah, you're right, George. He is not the 69th best player in that league, I promise.
No, when people have to play him, nobody playing against him thinks he's 69th.
There's a lot of sleep aids that defensive coordinators are taking before that game, I promise you.
That's it. Last piece of the update today. Your daily sports update.
I would describe it as moderate.
Moderate? I'll take that.
Yeah, but Lewis does a good job of presenting it, though. He
does.
really does. He does.
And he has
I
not
hate saying
tried.
that about him. I mean, I hate saying that about him, but to make his head a little bigger.
Right.
You hate saying that about
I mean-
anybody. It's all right.
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, your presentation's really good. It's a good thing.
Thank you, Kelly.
And he has not resorted to America's favorite update.
You need to get you a brand, though, Lewis. Figure it out. Because Parker did have a good brand with that. You know what I'm saying?
But
He could use that.
But let's be honest. We trashed it. We absolutely trashed
I thought it was a pretty good name.
it. It was a very creative name, but the first day he brought it up, he just popped it out of nowhere. And I was like, whoa, hold on.
It's America's
And
favorite.
I'm like,
update.
Kelly, what do you think of that? And Kelly's like, I want to throw up.
That's
That
true.
was beautiful. So here's what we got today. In about 5 minutes or so, Tony Basilio will join us from Knoxville. We'll talk to him about, SEC football media days next week in Tampa. What is the big storyline involving Tennessee? Is it that they really don't know much of anything about their quarterback situation? Faison Brandon, freshman.
I think they know more than we do as far as the quarterback battle goes.
Right.
I think they know who it is.
Well, I think they know who it is, too. I think
I know who it is.
I think I just named him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you did.
But ultimately, what do they really know? They don't know anything game competition. Anyway, it's one of,
No, I mean, they're both very unproven.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so anyway, Tony Basilio in just a matter of moments. At 4 o'clock, I know all of you breathlessly await Kelly Holcomb's top 10 NFL quarterbacks and 5 that did not quite make the cut.
Thanks, George,
Now-
for putting me under this strain. I appreciate that. That's
you
awesome.
know what? Strain, my you know what. That strain, I mean, really? Is it that you think your list is that bad?
Well, it's not that bad at all, but I mean, I do have some questionable guys on there, but it's guys I like. So, I know
Okay.
we're going to have callers that say you're an idiot. That's fine. I mean, I don't
And
care.
I'll
Everybody's got an
encourage-
opinion.
And I'll encourage them.
Hey, Kelly, I will say I've got my own top 10, and they're very different than yours. So,
Well,
Yeah, but
I understand that.
Okay, but
but
here's
it's an opinion thing.
okay, but here's the difference. His opinion is backed by a 13-year NFL playing career, and yours is what, like Columbia Central?
Yeah, baby.
I guarantee you, though, Lewis, our 5 and everybody's 5 are pretty much the same, with maybe the
Yeah.
exception of a player.
Okay. we'll
Other
see.
than that, then it's a crap show. I get
All
it.
right. Okay.
But it's designed to have callers absolutely trash you.
Yeah, to tell me that I have a crap show. I mean, I understand that. Let's go.
And
I've got big
I really,
shoulders.
I look forward to that. Okay, we'll go to our first break. Don't forget those phone calls around 4:20 and trash him. If you think
Whatever,
his
George.
rankings are stupid, let's hear it. We'll go to the break from Sports and Social in Green Hills Mall, where, by the way, Spain leads France 1-0. They're in the 55th minute. It was a penalty kick that got the goal, which has me saying that the line where you kick from, Kelly, is way too short. Move it back a little.
There.
Okay, we'll go to the break. This is the George Plaster Show.
When I got my first car, my dad told me, keep the gas tank full and my number on speed dial. Now parents are telling their kids, save 615-242-9000 just in case. I'm Blair Durham. If you or someone you love is in a wreck, call us. We're here to get you the money you deserve.
It's easy to say good things about the folks at Strike and Spare Family Fun Centers, Number one, I trust them with something that's near and dear to me, the Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night. But more importantly, I see the fun people have. They enjoy the bowling. They enjoy the camaraderie, and you will too. Come by any of their locations and get ready to have some fun.
At Wilson Bank and Trust, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between personal service and digital solutions. As your local independent bank, we're proud to offer the relationships and trusted service you expect, along with the tools and technology that keep you moving forward. So whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help. Because this isn't just where we work, it's where we live too. Wilson Bank and Trust, here to get you there. Member FDIC.
Are you looking for expert medical care in Nashville without leaving your home? Medical House Calls brings concierge-level health care directly to your door. Whether you need urgent attention, ongoing primary care, revitalizing IV therapy, or medically guided weight loss, our experienced providers are just a phone call away at 615-838-2375 or go online, medicalhousecalls.com.
Are you tired of living with back pain? What would you do if the pain was gone?
At the Dr. Gill Center, we've helped thousands of people over the last 30 years break free from pain and get back to living life. We're committed to your outcomes, and our caring team listens, understands, and offers real solutions to neuropathy, back pain, and joint pain without unnecessary surgery or medication. Choose the clinic that listens. Choose the clinic that cares. Call the Dr. Gill Center today at 615-882-4838.
Let's make your pain-free life a reality.
No one fights harder for Tennessee families and farms than Marsha Blackburn.
Marsha Blackburn, she's a fighter, a true fighter. For the people of Tennessee, she loves your state.
As Tennessee's next governor, Marsha will take on communist China and stop them from buying up 1 inch of our land.
How hard am I gonna crack down on China? Well, here's a clue.
Marsha Blackburn worked with President Trump to crack down on communist China. Now, Marsha is ready to protect Tennessee land from Chinese front companies, close China investment loopholes, and hunt down every communist who tries to defy us.
It doesn't take a fortune cookie to figure it out. Here in Tennessee, we're going to stop communist China and protect Tennessee land.
Marsha Blackburn, Trump True, Tennessee First. Paid for and authorized by Marsha for Governor, Treasurer Glenn Jacobs.
ESPN Radio lives here. Your sports live here on ESPN 94.9 The Fan.
Okay, late development from the World Cup. Spain has just scored again to go up 2-0. They're in the 59th minute with their lead over France. And if they win today, and it sure looks like they're going to, Spain's going to be in the final of this year's World Cup. Let's go to Knoxville. Say hello to Tony Basilio. I don't know if he's in Knoxville or in Philly, but help me there, Tony. Where are you?
I'm in Pennsylvania still.
Beautiful.
I had I talked to Laura the other night, and I said, boy, you really have a smile on you. I haven't seen you smile like that in a long time. She said, yeah, you ought to stay there for a couple more weeks. Kelly knows. 35 years, Kelly. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm up there with you. I'm not far behind you, man. I'm close.
She's like, you need to stay there.
Stay a month.
Stay.
Yeah, stay. It's okay.
So I got a World Cup question for you.
All right.
I want to see where you go with this. So it's one thing that Fox would draw 30 million in a game involving the United States.
Yeah.
By the way, Spain just scored again to go up 3-0. That's what all the noise is here at Sports and Social.
Yep.
But they also had a game involving two teams that were not the United States. And I wish I could tell you, I want to say it was Mexico and England that drew about 20 million.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's surprising?
No, George, there are a lot of there are a lot of Mexican-speaking people, Hispanic people in our country, and it's huge. I mean, and look, that's and a lot of young people Lewis's age are watching this stuff. I mean, that's just the truth. Like, you can ask him. A lot of younger kids watch. They get up in the morning on Saturday morning. This isn't me, okay? But while the pregame shows for football are going on, they're watching English Premier League.
Right.
That's a college thing.
So
Like, that goes on.
Take a look at this. We're at Sports and Social in Green Hills Mall.
Yeah.
And if you will, Lewis, give him a look at the crowd again.
Yeah, it's going to cut our mics off for the duration of the video, but yeah.
Look at the kids in there. The 20-somethings to early 30-somethings. And look, that's the people that are going to inherit the sports world, one day. And those are the ticket buyers too, George. I mean, look, I think it'd be really interesting if the NFL's talked about taking a couple of franchises and putting them in Europe. I think it'd be interesting if the English Premier League took a couple of franchises and put them in big North American cities, like a team in New York and one in Charlotte, or a team in New York and one in Miami, Florida, something like that. I think it'd be huge.
Little trade.
What was that?
Little country to country trade on sports?
Could be.
Yeah.
I think it'd be huge.
So let's give Kelly a little quiz here.
All right.
Kelly, the winning team in the World Cup receives how much money?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I know. Are you serious? You think I know that?
Oh, I know you don't. That's why I asked it.
I know. So why ask? I mean, you're trying to make me look stupid once again.
Maybe a little
Is
bit.
it? Oh, Tony says zero.
No, it's over 40 million.
Whoa.
What?
Is it really?
I
Yeah.
thought they were playing for pride, George.
Oh, good Lord, no. Look it up, Lewis. I heard this yesterday, and I was like, dang.
Wow.
How much do the players get?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
They're going to
The
get
winner of the FIFA World Cup receives $50 million in direct performance-based prize money. When combined with the tournament's guaranteed base payment and preparation funding provided to every qualifying country, the champion's total buyout exceeds $63.5 million. Hello.
Wow.
That's unreal. I did not know that either.
That is unreal.
And Tony
That's unreal.
didn't even know it.
No, I thought they were playing for pride. I thought it was like college football. This DGG guy, George, this great running back, Tennessee, Ohio State, Ole Miss, he announces next week, 5:30 Eastern time. And I'm thinking, this kid's going to choose Tennessee for pride. He loves the color orange. Oh, well.
I think the color green.
He likes green. I
Greenback.
promise.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Tennessee, next week we've got SEC football media days in Tampa.
Wow.
What do you think will be Josh Heupel's big message down there?
He doesn't have one, George. Josh Heupel could care less about the media, or talking to the media, or messages, or talking to the fan base. He doesn't do those things. I mean, he literally doesn't care. I don't know how to.
So he's not a good seller of his program, is what you're saying.
He could care less. I mean, he's the first coach since I've been doing what I'm doing for 30 plus years. And really for like 20 or so years since we've had the ability with the internet and things being live when they do their press gatherings, he's the first coach we don't carry. I quit carrying it about like a year and a half or so ago.
You're saying because he doesn't say anything.
He doesn't even try.
Yeah.
He doesn't even care to talk.
No, every answer that he gives is a corporate copy and paste.
Thank you.
Wow.
I mean, George, I don't mean to
yeah.
shut your answer down. I'm not trying to be smart toward you or glib or any of those things. You've got a head coach in him. Lewis, am I lying? That does not try. Am I lying?
No, I
he could care less.
When I was working in that market for the past 2 years, we didn't run any of his stuff either. I mean, because it's not worth it. He doesn't say anything.
And
he wants as little information to get out about his program as possible.
That's it.
Does that hurt? Does that hurt Tennessee at all?
I mean, people love it so much, George. It's not good for it long term. But, he's in his 6th year. I mean, I don't know how much longer he's going to be around. He's in his 6th year. Is he going to be there 12 years? Not unless he wins a national championship. So,
have they privately decided on Brandon as quarterback?
George, I can't answer that. I don't know. Look, I think people inside the program think that Brandon is inevitably going to end up getting the job because George just wasn't good in the spring and he's not getting heavier, so to speak. But there's still this risk aversion thing with guys like Josh Heupel. And the risk aversion is, I don't want to put a true freshman on the field in the Southeastern Conference. Now, all that said, what kind of summer does George McIntyre have? He has a summer that gives them a reason to go with him. Then maybe they use him. But I personally, I don't think that whether McIntyre begins the year or not as a quarterback, I think Brandon's going to end the year as a quarterback. That's my sense of just in talking to people. I don't know what they do to start the year, though.
So do they use the scrimmage against Furman to ultimately determine, okay, Georgia Tech is the first real test.
Yeah.
Bobby Dodd Stadium, night game, a lot of hoopla.
Yeah.
Do they use Furman to say, okay, whoever comes out of this the best, that's who's going to play at Georgia Tech until he falls on his face?
We were looking at it today. I had Phil Steele with me yesterday. He said Furman's going to be about a 45 point underdog in that game. Furman's a horrendous football team, so I'm not sure how you perform in a game like that. I don't even know. I don't know how long the starter, whomever the starter is, plays anyway. And if we don't see, Rusty Staub from the Expos, the third team quarterback, LaGrange Orange, or whatever they called him back in the day in Montreal. But
well, if we're going back that deep, give me a little John Nabacabella.
Say,
remember?
The old Olympic Stadium, days.
Yeah.
Can I jump in on this topic real quick while we're on it?
Well, you've got to have Kelly's permission.
You got it, man. Go ahead.
Okay.
I like you, Lewis. You just jump all over Kelly.
I try. I personally think that the decision's going to be made prior to the opening game, and I think it's going to be Faison. Go inside his mind for a second and give me your opinion on what he would think. What does he do? McIntyre,
Oh, I think in the SEC, look, when you play that position, you better stay ready to play because you're gonna get a chance. Chances are, whether they go, you're still a commodity, and you still have time, and you still have sand in your hourglass. And so, look at the kid at Alabama this year. He sat there for what? 3 years, 4 years,
3.
And finally got a chance to play and went in the first round. But here's the other thing, quarterback position, you are one snap away from being on the field when you're a backup. And when you're in the SEC, that's one missed block. That's one missed assignment. That's one blindside hit. Or in the case of what Tennessee asked quarterbacks to do, that could happen on any given play when you're running with the ball, anything like that. Kelly, as a quarterback, that's hard, right? To lose a 2-man gig and then to keep yourself up. Lewis has a great point. What does he do? I I don't think that McIntyre kid comes from a family where he whines about it. I just think, I think those folks know the score, wouldn't you think?
Well, I just know that, I was in one of those, and you're devastated when you get beat out or with whatever happens. You're devastated, but you also got to know that injuries happen. And in college football, with these guys running so much now, it's going to happen. I don't care if Faison Brandon looks like a next, Jim Brown running the football. He's going to get hurt at some point. So if you're George McIntyre, you got to be ready to play. So it's a devastating thing when that happens. But, I'm going to say it again, and I told y'all this. The McIntyre kid, when he was down here in private school at Brentwood Academy, man, he was inconsistent then too.
Yeah.
So it hasn't changed. Yeah. So I know George knows his family and everybody, but like his play has not changed from high school to college. And you always look at potential, but potential means you ain't worth a darn right now. You've got potential maybe down road, but you're not good now. And everybody goes on these potential numbers, but like he was so inconsistent in the high school, it's happening again at UT.
So Lewis, here's a history lesson, and Tony was around for this. Peyton Manning, there was never a plan for him to play in his first game.
No, I know that. Yeah.
Colquitt at UCLA, if I remember correctly, got hurt.
Yep.
Then future Hall of Famer from the Colorado Rockies, Todd Helton.
Yep.
Help me, didn't he get hurt?
Yes.
He was the third guy on down the line.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so in the second quarter, he may not have been ready. He may not have even thought about playing, but dadgummit was in there.
I'm pretty sure he has publicly talked about that moment, and he was terrified. If you go back and look at the video of him running in to play in that game, he looks terrified.
And they're kids. I mean, look, and the thing is, the game's changed, but it stayed the same. No coach wants to play a true freshman in this league. That's why I was surprised what Tennessee did with or didn't do in the transfer portal at quarterback. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But they're in the spot now. Who knows? Maybe it works out for them.
Tony, rate, if you can, even though you're in Philly, Kelly's level of alertness.
I'm going to tell you something about Kelly. Now, I don't know if we've seen him this far back off the camera. I don't know what we're doing. It's like a different look for him today. But I don't let the fact that he's back off his camera, I don't think he's detached. He looks like he's alert. I was trying to give him some visual cues when I was talking about quarterbacks before, and see if he'd shake his head at me, but he seems to be back in that room a little bit. And it looks like a family portrait back behind him. And
it is. I'm trying to get the camera down.
This cat looks literally like he's getting ready to nod off, George. He looks like one of those foreign students we see in the middle of the night that worked really hard at school in the 24-hour study lounge. We'll go give one of these things. I'm waiting for Kelly to have a head snap here on the air.
Tony, you're so full of crap, man. You're literally so full of crap. I mean, I hope people out there listening understand that. You're so full of it, dude.
I love it. You are my hero.
Kelly's over there having head snaps, George. I'm like, man, I'm really having a bad appearance here.
I'm like the old man in church. I'm like the old man in church in front of me the other day. I mean,
I love those guys. Hey, when the sermon's going on, the preacher's sitting there going, "Oh God, I put him to sleep." But the guy will come up to him afterwards and go, "Hey, that was a great sermon." And the preacher's going, "Yeah, I saw you.
You were asleep.
You literally had like a spit yo-yo coming out of your mouth, buddy. I know you really listened."
All right, let's get back on topic here.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking,
we have lost total control.
I mean, when I was thinking about this, y'all talking about Faison Brandon, but like coaches think about this nowadays, and we talked about this with 24 teams. Like all these coaches want 24 teams in the playoffs because it's kind of job security, and all these coaches are thinking about job security right now. And I don't know. I don't think Josh Heupel's on the hot seat. I don't think anybody thinks that. But is he thinking in the back of his mind, if the Faison Brandon kid starts, everybody knows that he's a freshman. He's going to have some growing pains. Maybe that gives me an extra 2 years with this young man. I mean, you think he could be thinking that, Tony?
No, these guys can't. These guys can only think year to year because it's that competitive, and you can get fired based on 1 year. Like
Yeah,
Laverne
absolutely.
all these guys can. The only guy that's not really fireable, well, two guys, Alabama, because they gave that guy a ridiculous contract for what he's done there so far. I want his agent. And then, of course, the guy at Georgia.
Which is nothing.
Right.
Lane Kiffin's fireable because that's volatile. That LSU thing, I don't put anything off the table there. And the rest of these coaches, the new ones are going to get a couple years, but the rest of them, Venables, he's fireable. Heupel's fireable. I mean, if Heupel throws like a 5-7, he can get fired. Here's the thing, though. If the quarterback, though he's a freshman, looks really, really good, and they get this running back next Wednesday away from Ohio State to go with a pretty good, prolific offense for next year, and this Knowles guy in his second year as your defensive coordinator, now I have something to sell. Now I have something to sell for 2027 and something to point to and hold on to.
I got to go back to this. This is just hilarious to me, but y'all say Josh Heupel, like, is Josh Heupel doing that on purpose or is it his personality? He doesn't have a personality. What, like, is he doing that on purpose?
No, I think he's
withholding
got a personality.
information. Okay.
No, he just doesn't care. I mean, you really ought to watch, see what Lewis and I, see what we're talking about. This guy does not even try. Like, you know how some coaches will come, and they'll have like a little joke or whatever at the beginning of a deal. I mean, this guy literally gets up there and goes, and on their depth chart, like each week, they'll have an or, like this guy or. I mean, they don't even try. Like, they don't even care about giving the fans or anything. I mean, they don't even try.
What are your thoughts? Because I was looking at some of the schedules the other day, and this, like, the coaches hate it in the SEC right now with the 9 games. But they got 9 games in a row. I mean, George has talked about it. We used to talk about when they had 3 games in a row. More than likely, if you play 3 SEC teams in a row, you're probably going to lose 1, if not 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are your thoughts on this 9-game in a row deal through the SEC?
Brutal. And it's a great way for a favorite, an injury or two, and all of a sudden you're in the soup. And absent of a 2014 playoff, like you were talking about, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Right.
And at the top of the league, the difference between getting in a 12-team playoff and not is razor thin, like we've seen in the past. Vanderbilt last year, they're that Texas game away. Texas almost lost to Vandy. I mean, you don't think about that, but that's the league that we're in now. And Tennessee's got these critical games. For Tennessee, it's interesting because their deal begins when they have the second week of the season with Georgia Tech. They've got to take one of those kids on the road and go down there and play it. Grant Field down there, Bobby Dodd Stadium, 7:30 at night. That place will be
jumping.
Will be jumping, no question. Yes.
Last one. Were you on Kyle Schwarber like the whole fans were in Philly last night?
I was with my brothers here watching it. We were laughing so loud at those fans. I mean, those fans were so entertaining. They're kind of like my people. That's sort of where I get it. Driving around this thing for a couple of weeks and meeting all these characters that I've met, I'm like, okay, I'm coming about this pretty honestly. It's like really in the soil here. And when they were getting all over that Contreras guy, he was kind of laughing. He was a good sport about it. Hey, this kid from the Cardinals is a smooth dude, man. In order to be able to sit there and take that and then to rattle off 6 home runs in a row. And the funniest thing about all that was, if you'll notice, his family was in the stands. So as that was going on, the Philly fans were having fun with his family, and then they were celebrating with him. That's how those people are. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but they were jumping up and down with the family down there and having fun with it, because how can you not appreciate a moment like that? That was great for the sport of baseball. I mean, if you love baseball, George, that was fun last night, all the way around.
By the way, France almost scored. Almost.
A lot of commotion.
Don't get it, George.
I've got one or two if there's time,
Yeah,
George.
go.
Tony, there's three really, really good linebackers in that room, in my opinion. Carter, Perlotti, and Spillman. Obviously, Perlotti and Spillman, younger guys, and Arian's the older. But I think that they all have that it. They're all that guy, and Arian already is, but the other two could be.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you see that shaking out? And I'm kind of wondering if Perlotti and Spillman could develop so much to where they are or could turn into the undeniable singular guy over Arian at some point this season.
Well, I think that they've got a glut of guys there, and it might be a good thing because they've got to figure out somebody to replace Chaz Coleman.
Yes.
In their defense. Perlotti might be a guy that you could just stick out there and go, hey, I really don't need you to know what you're doing. Just be athletic and go get the quarterback on this.
And that's what he is. He's huge and he's athletic.
That's what he is, yeah. I don't know about his aptitude. I can't speak to that in terms of – but last year, that's what he was. I mean, last year it was see ball, get ball, tackle ball. And, what's interesting, they're bringing T-Lander with them down to media days in Tampa.
Just saw that.
Which is really strange because he's not going to start. So I
think he's the worst of the four there.
Yeah, I don't, and no offense to him, but I mean, I would hate being him at media day because the other guy's going to be talking to people and he's going to be standing there going, what in the world, what's going on here?
And we already talked about it, but just the last thing for me, they win 7 games this year with Faison. You don't think there's any conversation about Heupel's job at the end of this year?
No.
Okay, that's fair. I think the same way.
If they win 6 games with him, then you'll have a conversation. 7, especially if they get this kid on Wednesday next week, which they think they're going to. If they don't get this kid next week, we're going to have and you go 7-5. Especially if the quarterback doesn't look. One of those quarterbacks doesn't look like the future quarterback. See, that's the whole issue. That's the hinge here. That's the caveat. One of those quarterbacks has to show they can play to give fans hope for 2027. Otherwise, you look at it and go, okay, well, what are we doing here?
Right.
But I think what you're going to see from Tennessee is they're dialing back what they're doing with high school recruiting, and they're going to go into that portal and try to load it up for 2027. That's regardless of what happens on the field this year.
I mean, that's kind of what you got to do at this point.
Yes.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Even though you're in Philly, there are people in Middle Tennessee, probably 2 or 3, who have not heard you before. How do they listen to you?
TonyBasilio.com, tclub.team. Tomorrow, George, they're doing the Tennessee Takeover, and we're going to do our own counter programming on my show tomorrow. We're going to come up with some of the bizarro moments in Tennessee history that I would use to program the SEC network tomorrow for dark humor. Because it's the summer. You got to laugh a little bit. You got to laugh at your.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at me. I mean, I got beauty of face and skin out the wazoo, but you got to every once in a while you got to look in the mirror and laugh.
Okay, we're radio faces.
Model, no question.
But
then there's Kelly, who's damn far away from the camera. We don't know where the hell he is.
You can't tell if it's a radio face or a TV face.
It's because he's got us all 4 on the camera, George. Yeah. Relax, Francis.
You're in Croatia back there.
Kelly, you're the spitting definition of what we call a 100-footer right now.
Hey, why don't you go back into your hole, Tony? After we hang up, just go back into your hole, Hoss.
Okay. Tony, thank you.
Kelly's in the study lounge.
Yeah, absolutely.
But not studying. See you guys.
We'll go to the break on that. We've lost total control today, and I love it. This is the George Plaster Show.
When I got my first car, my dad told me, keep the gas tank full and my number on speed dial. Now parents are telling their kids, save 615-242-9000 just in case. I'm Blair Durham. If you or someone you love is in a wreck, call us. We're here to get you the money you deserve.
Baseball is just like music. You don't believe me? Let me show you. It's jazz, improvised and unpredictable. It's rock. The crowd explodes like a guitar through a wall of amps. It's rap, fast, sharp, all rhythm and timing. It's country, nothing but 3 outs and the truth. Do you believe me now? Look, no matter what music you're into, the hardest track in town, Nashville Sounds Baseball. Welcome to Hit City.
Sports and Social at Green Hills Mall is the new home for our Football Night in Nashville promotion. Their food is terrific. Their TV setup looks like a race and sports book in Vegas. And if you're a sports fan, you can't beat it. Starting September the 4th, we'll broadcast from Sports and Social every Thursday night. There's Pop-A-Shot, great football, and the chance to win a beautiful Mikey's Motors golf cart. See you at Sports and Social in Green Hills Mall.
Clarksville, get ready. Because when the doors open at F&M Bank Arena, the noise rises.
And the Nashville Cats.
The walls shake. And the Cats take control. Fast plays. Big hits. Non-stop arena football. Get in the den. Get your season tickets now.
You've heard me talk about the putting zone. Well, guess what? It's now open, and it offers a revolutionary indoor golf experience featuring state-of-the-art putting surfaces designed to replicate real-world course conditions. It allows players of all skill levels to practice, compete in tournaments, and connect year-round. Go by and see them at 3040 Sidco Drive and tell them Plaz sent you.
Johnny Garrett's not some out-of-touch D.C. politician. Johnny Garrett's a Tennessean, a Christian conservative, and a proud father of 3 who's sick of the far left ruining our country with their radical policies. Conservative Johnny Garrett is proudly pro-life, pro-Trump to his core, and will always put America first. In Congress, Garrett will fight to lower taxes, cut government waste, and will always back the blue and support law and order. Garrett's fought for us in Nashville, and that's what he'll do in Congress. No to biological boys playing girl sports. No to communist China buying our farmland. And no to criminal illegals invading our state. Because with Johnny Garrett, what you see is what you get. It's time to bring more Tennessee to D.C. Send Trump conservative Johnny Garrett to Congress.
I'm Johnny Garrett, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Johnny Garrett for Congress.
It's the George Plaster Show. Your sports live here on 94.9 The Fan.
We are back here at Sports and Social. They're in the 89th minute, and it looks like Spain's going to win. They're up 2-0 on France. They'll go to the 90-minute mark, and then there will be the added time. So, Kelly, in an hour where we have totally lost control, I got a funny story for you. So, years ago, I was probably in my 20s. I get asked to be the speaker at my own Kiwanis Club. And I kind of puffed my chest out. Damn, I've arrived. Well, I get up there to speak. And first of all, I'm a little wigged out because my dad's there. Don't ask me why that bothered me, but it kind of did. But I'm fired up. I think the speech is going okay. And all of a sudden, I look in the back row, in the very back, and there is an elderly gentleman whose name will not be mentioned, who gives it one of these. Just repeatedly does it.
That threw you off, did it not?
Well, there's nothing that will bust your ego quicker about the time you think, that what you've got to say is just this side of the Declaration of Independence. And all of a sudden you look back there and there's somebody dead asleep.
That is funny. Yeah, we did lose control with Tony, but that's why we love having Tony on, because you never. That's why I like it. I like the interviews with Mike Organ, because I've got things that I want to talk about, but then you take it a different way, and then with Tony, it's just all over the place, man. That's what I love about it. You just go wherever. He can answer anything, and he does it in a comedic style, which I love. Which I'm sure that's why he gets so many people to listen to his show.
Yeah, he's a terrific broadcaster.
Absolutely, man. And he says what's on his mind. He's honest. And I think that's what people love.
See if you buy this. See if y'all buy this. Whoever loses that battle in Knoxville, I think a quarterback goes through about a 48-hour kind of pity party. You allow them 48 hours to get their head back in the game. And if after 48 hours, the loser is still, in a total funk, then the coach has to sort of say, you might be in there earlier than you think.
Yeah, that's I've been in those situations, George. That's it is a tough deal. You have to have some time to, because you get angry about it. Whether like if it was an even competition and you felt like it was even, and you felt like you did all you could do and you still got beat out, then you're angry about it, and then I'm sure you think, well, the coach doesn't like me. You go through all those emotions, and it's not easy, man. It truly is not easy. You got to have a good support system around you, as mom and dad, I'm sure. And I had great parents. My wife was around me when I was in the NFL. So you just have to have people that support you around you. But it is tough when your name is not the one that they call. It kind of sucks.
Okay, when we come back for the 4 o'clock hour, Kelly will have his top 10 NFL quarterbacks. After all, he played the game. So get ready. We're going to have some fun with this on the George Plaster Show.
The director is back. Hello again, everybody. It's the George Plaster Show. Hope you'll join me, Kelly Holcomb, and Billy Derrick Monday through Friday on 94.9 The Fan from 3 to 5 p.m. Talk sports with the Plaz. The George Plaster Show. Weekday afternoons at 3 on 94.9 The Fan and the Game Nashville Sports Network.
The world's biggest soccer tournament deserves the ultimate watch party. Catch every 2026 World Cup match at Social Cantina in Germantown, where every game comes with tacos, margaritas, and unbeatable vibes. Sip on a Humano margarita and score a keepsake soccer ball cup for just $13 during the tournament. Plus, enjoy daily food and drink specials, prize giveaways, and all the action on the big screens. Grab your crew and cheer on your favorite team at Social Cantina, right next to First Horizon Park.
It's Family Leisure's Ultimate Pool Party Sale. Huge savings on above-ground pools. 24-foot pools start at $29.99 installed.
Save 30 to 70% on outdoor furniture. Hundreds of sets on display and on sale.
Spas start at only $29.99.
Pool tables as well as shuffleboards starting at just $19.99.
Family Leisure has indoor and outdoor saunas on sale starting at only $19.99.
Massage chairs and theater seating are on sale as well.
That's Family Leisure's Ultimate Pool Party Sale.
Family and fun come together.
For over 40 years, Electronic Express has made it easy to find the right TV. With the largest selection from top brands like LG, Samsung, and Sony, we've got what you're looking for. Whether it's movie night with family or the big game with friends, we'll help make every moment unforgettable. And shopping local has perks like free delivery, guaranteed lowest prices, and up to 24 months interest-free financing. Visit us in-store or at electronicexpress.com.
Welcome to Huntington Bank. We're new here, but we've been around since 1866.
Wow, that's a long time.
Long enough to know that insightful bankers, great products, and customer service make a big difference. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Now, here's your latest Fox 17 Code Red weather report.
I'm Fox 17 meteorologist Greg Bobis. Our forecast taking us into the upper 80s later on this afternoon. A few isolated showers and weak thunderstorms. A couple downpours here and there are possible, but most of our day will be dry and more on the humid side than anything else.
Your sports live here on the Game Nashville Sports Network.
Our Senator Marsha Blackburn and Representative John Rose are standing up for radio listeners like us by supporting legislation to keep AM radio in cars. They know the value of local radio in times of emergency. Now it's time for Congress to finish the job and pass the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Learn more at dependonam.com. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Uncover the magic of the American West at Buffalo Bill Center, Cody, Wyoming's Smithsonian affiliate. A unique Yellowstone experience. 5 family-focused museums with authentic Western experiences, wildlife, and art. Ready for the adventure? Plan your trip now at centerofthewest.org.
In case you missed Chase and Big Joe.
Why would you give somebody that much money and they have not proven anything yet? Like that, to me, that's what makes the NIL so aggravating to me, is that you go and give players X amount of dollars and they've done nothing, man. Like, look, I'll be a candidate. If you want me to be a tax write-off, I'll be a tax write-off.
Chase and Big Joe, weekdays at noon. Your sports live here on 102.5 The Game.
Your sports live here. WBUZ HD3 Laverne. All around the world on the Game Nashville app. We are the Game Nashville Sports Network. ESPN 94.9. The Fan.
It's the George Plaster Show. Your sports live here on 94.9 The Fan.
Oh, no, it's not my time as we welcome all of you back in.
It's just
Lewis, it's your time.
Well, I was about to get into that, but the camera was on you. Apologies. Hour number 2 of the George Plaster Show, as always, brought to you by the Apple Collision Center's Stat of the Day. George and Kelly, which player hit the longest home run in the StatCast era home run derby history?
Okay, now this is hard. Kelly, I'm going to take a stab at this. Sammy Sosa hit a ball when the All-Star game was at Turner Field in Atlanta, and I was there in 2002, and there were a lot of people who speculated that he had a corked bat, where he put a Super Ball in there or however you do it. And he hit the restaurant way up on top of Turner Field. So I don't know what the answer is, but I know when he hit that thing, I was like, whoa.
So how long has StatCast been around?
See, that's what I don't know.
Me neither.
Yeah, so that's the.
So we're going to look stupid.
Well,
No guesses?
I'll go Ken Griffey Jr. I don't know, man. Ken Griffey Jr.
All right. Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
Really?
520 is a poke. I don't
That is
care
hitting it.
if you hit it off a tee.
Yeah.
520 is big time. And Juan Soto is a heck of a hitter, but he hasn't elevated the Mets for squat.
Longest shot last night was 491 by Junior Caminero.
Yeah. Wow.
There you go. Apple
Okay.
Collision Center's Stat of the Day.
We welcome all of you, officially or unofficially, who cares, into the 4 o'clock hour from Sports and Social. I almost said the Ford Ice Center. From Sports and Social in Green Hills Mall. The game just ended and Spain shut out France 2-0. Kelly, they will play for the title Sunday against the winner of the Argentina-England game, which will be tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, and England's, of course, I guess Argentina's got Messi on it, but England, man, they seem like they're a gritty team. And that never say die attitude. Wow, that'll be a good match. It looks like those two teams probably could have made a great finals, but they're meeting up in the semifinals. So I guess we'll see.
So, Kelly, before we go into this Kelly Holcomb, top 10 NFL quarterbacks.
World of football, Kelly Holcomb's world of football, as you used to call it, George.
Which was a bust.
I mean, it was a bust because of you. Let's just
No,
be
it
honest.
was not. You needed to put a lot more thought and energy into it. We just never got
Is that
the best.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right, George?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you put this list together, when I asked you to put it together, mentally, is there a criteria that you use to maybe flip a coin between two quarterbacks that are really close?
I don't know if there's a criteria. I don't know, man. It's really hard. I think the top five. I think everybody's top five is. I think that's pretty much everybody's. But there's a little bit. Then when you get past that, I mean, you've got these elite quarterbacks, and then you've got these franchise quarterbacks, then you've got these good quarterbacks, and then you got bad quarterbacks. And that's kind of how they rate everybody. I don't know, George. I just look at it and I see what I see watching them on Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays and Wednesdays and Fridays and Tuesdays. Now it's going to be, it seems like.
Absolutely.
So
morning, noon, and night.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to do that for a while, and I wasn't one of those elite guys, but I know what it takes to play the game, and I became a starter, and I just kind of look at it that way, and what I see on watching them on TV and hearing things about them, that's kind of how I go about it.
So can we go through the top 10 list first? Okay, here it is. For those of you on radio, you don't get to see the nice graphic. Patrick Mahomes, number 1, followed by Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford at 3, Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow are 4 and 5. The bottom 5 are Justin Herbert, Caleb Williams at number 7, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, Jaden Daniels in positions 8 through 10. Okay, let's start with Mahomes, because to me that's a no-brainer. Because, Kelly, there are times where you want to write this guy off, at a point in the game and just say it can't happen. And he refuses to be written off. And to me, that's his greatest skill.
I think when you saw what happened to the Kansas City Chiefs last year, when Patrick Mahomes had the season-ending injury, I think you found out just how important he is to that organization. It's hard to get somebody that's of his caliber, and then when he can make plays like he makes, and I've been in that offense before, and there's a lot of deals in there that I didn't like about it because I wanted to get myself protected. Maybe they're doing that now with him. I don't know, but he makes so many plays with guys being unblocked. He can move. He knows when to take off. He's an opportunistic runner, so he knows when to take off. And he's won 3 Super Bowls, George. I know he's coming off this injury, and I think he had surgery. But until somebody unseats him, I mean, I know that I've got Josh Allen too, but until somebody unseats him, I think he's still the number 1 guy in the game because of so many things he does for that team. And we saw it when he got hurt.
Okay, let's go back on this list a little bit. And let's talk Josh Allen, because to me, look, Josh Allen is a great football player.
Yep.
And yet it feels like we're holding him back at times because he hadn't won the whole thing. Well, guess what? It's their defense that sees to it that he can't ever win the big one. The only reason they even sniff the big one is because of his brilliance.
I would agree with that, George. And I've also said this too. He got such a huge contract, though, and this is the upside to having a franchise quarterback and one of the elite quarterbacks of the league. But when you pay him so much money, you have no more money to pay anybody else, and that's where they struggle. You're absolutely right. But I also think that he came down a little bit because I've said it on the show a bunch. Sometimes he tries to be Superman, and he doesn't have to be Superman. And I think he came down down a little bit off that last year. But now I'm starting to worry that, I played for Buffalo. I love being up there. I love living up there. It's great people in Western New York. But they went to the Super Bowl 4 times in the Jim Kelly era, and they were not able to win it. And there's so much pressure on him, and I don't know if it's because I don't think it's because of the fans. I think it's because of what they've been through decades ago, and I think as a player, the history of what's happened in Buffalo, and I guarantee you, Josh Allen knows the history. I'm sure he's met Andre Reed and Bruce Smith and Jim Kelly, all those guys, and they all say, "Hey, man, we got to get one. We got to get one." Well, whether that's pressure or not, subconsciously it becomes, and now, he's struggling to get to the big game. I mean, they had that shootout years ago with him and Kansas City, with him and Patrick Mahomes, where they were going back and forth, and then Patrick Mahomes scored with 13 seconds left to go in the game and tied it. And then, I just think the pressure is starting to build on Josh Allen, man. I hope I'm incorrect about that. He's such a wonderfully talented guy. And you're right, he's kept that organization on his shoulders, but sometimes the pressure starts mounting and the expectations, and then it just doesn't happen. And that's kind of what I'm afraid is happening now.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think your analysis of where he is dead on. When I look at Matthew Stafford, the word surgical comes to mind because physically he's not imposing like Josh Allen. He just knows where the football needs to go, and I think he's going to lead them to the Super Bowl this year.
I love watching that dude play at his age, man. He got beat up early in his career in Detroit, and that's probably catching up with him a little bit. Nobody thought he was going to be able to play last year with his back, but then he takes those guys to the NFC Championship game against Seattle. Sean McVay's been there. They've won a Super Bowl together. It's funny, George, because I heard somebody say one time, as a quarterback, you don't really mature and learn the real ins and outs of the game until you're about 30 years old. And Matthew Stafford is well over that now. But you just get to watch him. He's been through everything. He's seen all the situations. There's not much you can throw at him that he hasn't seen. And I hope he gets another one, man, because he can still throw that ball. He's pinpoint accurate, and he's got some people around him that can get him over the hump. So you may be right on that, George, but I love watching Matthew Stafford.
Okay. The list includes Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow at 4 and 5. Kelly, I'm with you. For the most part, people may change the order, but those first 5, those are the 5.
Those are in my opinion, those are the 5. I mean, Joe Burrow has been injured the last couple of years, but the guy took a team. You talk about somebody putting somebody on their back. He took a team to the Super Bowl, and he got hammered that year. I think they led the league with him getting sacked that year. So I just think he's really good. He's pinpoint accurate. Lamar is a unicorn. Like, you see Jaden Daniels later on down here in my top 10, but like, guys try to be Lamar, but they're not Lamar. There's not going to be another Lamar, I don't think. Maybe there might be one come along, but he has really gotten better at throwing the ball from the pocket. He's got to get over that hump too, George. You talk about Josh Allen winning a Super Bowl. He's been there. They've been the best team in the league a couple of times since he's been leading that organization. But it seems like when they get to the big game, they can't get over the hump. He's got to get over the hump.
Let's go 6 through 10. Kelly, the fact that Justin Herbert is number 6, to me, the blame there goes straight to Jim Harbaugh. He hadn't protected this kid. This kid, with any level of protection whatsoever, is a top 5, bordering on scary with that rocket he's got. But you know what? I mean, Harbaugh's now 3 years into this in L.A., and this kid's getting beat all to hell.
George, I don't think I could have said any better. I don't know if I can add to that. I think you're absolutely right. Justin Herbert is a big kid. He played for Oregon. That's where he wanted to go. He grew up there. He's so talented. He's so tough. That's what guys like. He's playing with broke bones in his hand. Seems like he's got something every year with his leg or his hand. He's hanging in there. You know that commands the respect of his teammates. I want him to win a Super Bowl, but like Harbaugh's been there with San Francisco, but you're absolutely right, George. They cannot protect him. And at some point, I don't care how big you are, you're going to break down. And that's what's happening to Justin Herbert. And I don't think it's because of him, but it's because of what he has had around him up front blocking for him.
Okay. Now, at number 7 is where I think people are going to say,
yeah, this is where it got hedgy for me, man. I'm not a when I watched him at Oklahoma, and
we're
then when I
talking
watched
about
him
Caleb
Williams, yes, and then when I watched him at USC, he really aggravated the tar out of me. Some of his antics and some of the things he does, but I think he's got the coach now that understands him and actually knows how to coach quarterbacks. And I think you saw it last year, and he got those guys into the playoffs. And if it wasn't for Matthew Stafford and a game-winning drive, I mean, they're going on in the playoffs. And now we talked about Tyreek Hill. If he gets him as another weapon, I think Caleb Williams is unbelievably talented, George. I questioned him because he turned the ball over. But last year, when you get somebody that understands the game, that's calling plays for you, that's your head coach, I think the Chicago Bears are going to be really good. And I think Caleb Williams, athletically, he's unbelievable. Like, he's huge, he can run, and he can throw the ball from the pocket. I think he's a really good football player.
More time with Ben Johnson helps a whole lot, too. And then
Absolutely.
If you were to add Tyreek Hill to that mix, it becomes very scary.
Scary.
Oh, my God, yeah. So, Kelly, Dak Prescott is one that I don't quite know what to think. You can tell me, okay, he threw for 4 million yards. Well, yeah, he did, because they're always down 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. They haven't got a lick of defense, and he's constantly having to throw. There's no suspense when you get down huge early. He piles up these gaudy numbers, but it never results in any winning, and I don't feel like that's his fault.
I really like Dak. I do. I think he gets he's been injured. When Mike McCarthy went there, that's what everybody wanted. They wanted more of the run game, like the old Jimmy Johnson era with Troy Aikman handing it off to Emmitt Smith. But then Mike McCarthy gets pass happy, and he throws the ball every time with Dak Prescott. I don't know if coaches go there and they get enamored with him and enamored with his work ethic and what he does in practice, and they just say, hey, we're going to throw it all over the place. I just don't think it's hard to do that in the National Football League. You have to have some semblance of a run game, George, and they've been so pass happy in Dallas since Dak has got there, and I think Dak could do it. He's got to stay on the field. He has kind of these crazy injuries sometimes, but I think they have to help him, and they got to give him a run game, and they got to give him some defense too. Last year, they weren't very good.
No. Brock Purdy, to me, is a little bit of Matthew Stafford. He's not going to overwhelm you athletically. He's very accurate. Kelly, let's go down to number 10 and Jaden Daniels, because I thought 2 years ago, his rookie year, I'd have put him in the top 5 or 6. He was incredible.
Athletically, George, I think he's really good. I think when I put him there, I thought about this, though. He is kind of in the same situation on the same team. They were the Redskins, but when Robert Griffin went there, Robert Griffin III, he found out that, hey, at Baylor, he kind of came on the scene. Nobody really knew about him, and he won the Heisman Trophy. And then Jaden Daniels does the same thing, but I think Jaden Daniels is more of a pocket passer. But I think he has to learn the game and understand that he's not a very big guy. He can get away from people, but you have to learn how to play the game from the pocket, and you can't just take off and run. And I think that's where he is right now, as RG3 was at some point. And RG3 had ended up finishing his career because he was getting hurt too much, because he was kind of a slight guy, and that's the same thing Jaden Daniels is. He's a slight guy, not very big. He can maneuver around people, but he runs a little bit too much for me. But athletically, that's why I put him at number 10. I think he's really good.
So, Lewis, what was your biggest argument with what you saw that Kelly put in there?
You want me to just go through my 10?
Not particularly. Just give me.
Okay. I had Allen at 1.
You're welcome.
I had Allen at 1 over Mahomes, and I had Lamar over Stafford. So I pretty much just switched 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And that I kind of
okay. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Given how many Super Bowls Mahomes has been in,
yeah, absolutely.
How do you lower him?
I took an approach like, if I were to be in a backyard football game, who do I want to go out there that would win me the football game? I'm not talking about teams or championships. Who would I want in a backyard football game commanding an offense?
Okay, but
and that's how I went about it.
This isn't a turkey bowl on Thanksgiving.
I understand that.
The National Football League.
I understand that, but we're talking about the quarterback play in particular. The quarterbacks themselves, not the accolades that they've accomplished along with an entire group of 53 other guys and a coaching staff. Who do I want to go, and that's going to win me the football game? And that's what I decided.
Okay.
I think this is my argument to you, Lewis. I think what I said earlier. Here's the deal. I love Josh Allen. I've heard some of my friends that are still working for the Buffalo Bills. Great guy, unbelievable guy.
Yep.
But I think he tries to be Superman sometimes when there's no need to do that. I think Patrick Mahomes is unbelievably talented, but I think he works within the parameters of the offense. And I think Josh Allen
well, hold on a minute. Stop there. When you say there's no need to do that, well, he's playing almost having to do it like an arena football deal because he has to score on damn near every possession.
Yeah, but sometimes he gets down. Like they get 14 points down, and he feels like that he's got a 14-point throw. When you just got to chink away at it. You just got to, like it's one play at a time, one play at a time. It seems like he's got, I've got a 14-point play in my book with my arm, and I can throw it downfield. Let's just play one play at a time. We got plenty of time on the clock. Now, sometimes situations beg to differ. I mean, like, he doesn't have time, so you got to throw the balls up. But, like, let's just eat into this. Let's not try to get it back all at once. And I think that he does that a lot of times.
Okay, let's run through Kelly's next 5.
All right.
11 through 15. For the record, we're Jared Goff, Drake May, who I happen to think was better than that a year ago, Jalen Hurts at 13, Bo Nix, Sam Darnold, 14 and 15. Okay, Kelly, let me ask you this. Is there a scenario where Darnold ought to be in the top 10 today?
He did win a Super Bowl, and I'm for him, man, because he got pounded. He was the number one. I don't know if he was the number one pick. Was he the number one pick for the Jets? Yeah, for the Jets, and he didn't play well there, and then he went to San Fran, then he went to Carolina, I think, and he's been kind of all over the place. He finally got into a situation in Minnesota where he could show his talents, and then he goes to Seattle, he gets paid, and he leads those guys. I'm for him. He probably could have been in the top 10. I think Jared Goff, Brock Purdy, you could put Brock Purdy, or you could put Jared Goff, or you could put Sam Darnold in that place as well. I just like Brock Purdy because he's won a lot of games at San Francisco. Now, he's had the injury bug, but he's taken him to the NFC Championship game and a bunch of playoffs. He was Mr. Irrelevant. But I think you could put Jared Cook. I think you could put Sam Darnold there. I think Drake May. I think Bo Nix need a little bit more time. I know Drake May took his team to the Super Bowl last year, but that was kind of a team effort, and he played good during the regular season. kind of went backwards in the playoffs, but he still got his team to the to the Super Bowl. So, it's a list. It's my list. Let's break it down. Fine. Let's do what you want to with it.
Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll go to the phones. Let's show them the list one more time for those who are watching this. Kelly's top 10 in order. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford at number 3, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow are 4 and 5. Then Justin Herbert, Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, Jaden Daniels. Here's what I'm going to ask from the callers. Please do not read me a list of 10. Pick out something that you want to discuss, argue, whatever, but don't read me your full 10. Only Kelly gets to read a full 10. He's the NFL quarterback.
That's fair.
Okay, so let's open up the phone lines at 615-759-9949. One more time, 615-759-9949. Kelly, here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 4 red-blooded Americans who have strong opinions, who want to talk quarterbacks in the National Football League. Fill up those phone lines. We will take your calls next on the George Plaster Show.
When I got my first car, my dad told me, keep the gas tank full and my number on speed dial. Now parents are telling their kids, save 615-242-9000 just in case. I'm Blair Durham. If you or someone you love is in a wreck, call us. We're here to get you the money you deserve.
Venture Express has been helping people in this area for more than 40 years. They're headquartered in Murfreesboro with over 30 years of dedicated fleets involving production, manufacturing, and corrugated experiences. They're an asset-based company with over 700 tractors, 4,000 trailers, and 800 drivers. If you need their help, dial them up 615-793-9500 or log on to ventureexpress.com. You've heard me talk about the putting zone. Well, guess what? It's now open, and it offers a revolutionary indoor golf experience featuring state-of-the-art putting surfaces designed to replicate real-world course conditions. It allows players of all skill levels to practice, compete in tournaments, and connect year-round. Go by and see them at 3040 Sidco Drive and tell them Plaz sent you. Are you looking for expert medical care in Nashville without leaving your home? Medical House Calls brings concierge-level health care directly to your door. Whether you need urgent attention, ongoing primary care, revitalizing IV therapy, or medically guided weight loss, our experienced providers are just a phone call away at 615-838-2375 or go online, medicalhousecalls.com. It's easy to say good things about the folks at Strike and Spare Family Fun Centers. Number one, I trust them with something that's near and dear to me, the Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night. But more importantly, I see the fun people have. They enjoy the bowling, they enjoy the camaraderie, and you will too. Come by any of their locations and get ready to have some fun.
On ESPN 94.9, The Fan.
Big time, busy day at Sports and Social in Green Hills Mall where we're broadcasting. First of all, we had about 125 BGA alums today for a lunch that I hosted involving football coach Bobby Bentley. I've been doing this now for about 3 years, and it was great. This place was totally full. Then a second wave comes in here after the VGA group left to watch Spain and France that just ended. Totally a full house. Show them the crowd again. This is what it looked like.
All right.
Totally packed house. And now a third group going to come in later tonight for the Major League Baseball All-Star game from Philly. And I think there will be a little more action to this because this is a home run park. It doesn't take much to get a ball out of there. Look for some runs to get scored. Okay, on the phones, let's see what we got here. We've got 3 on the line. I'm looking for one more person. This is easy stuff. Critique Kelly's list of the top 10 NFL quarterbacks.
George, let me say, I didn't say anything about Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts has become a really good pro quarterback, although I didn't possess his game because he could run. They have used him really well in Philly. They've used and they put people around that can implement and they can help Jalen Hurts. And I think he's really a hard worker. I think he's become a better passer. He's won a Super Bowl. I mean, you could have put him at number 9 too. I don't know if he's in the top 10. I don't think he's in the top 10, but he has won a Super Bowl. So he's a very productive pro quarterback.
Okay, it looks like the fourth line is now full. As soon as the line comes open, I'll let you know about it. Eric in Nashville, get us started.
Hey, Kelly, I enjoy your list, but I'm going to try to talk about 4 different quarterbacks and just give my thoughts on them, and you can kind of go there fast get through. This is Justin Herbert, and here's my thing on him. I am out on the guy until he wins the playoff game. This is 7th year. He's got called right now. It's Mike McDaniel. He's supposed to have one of the best offensive lines in football. They're supposed to have great defense. That's really high on him. But until he wins the playoff game, I'm out on the guy.
Well, hold on a second, Eric. That great offensive line, did you see them against New England?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, but that's what everybody's saying. Everybody's talking about the team, and everybody's still really high on the guy, and he's still high to rank. But what I'm saying is he hasn't won a playoff game. This is his 7th season, and I'm to the point where, guys, I'm out on the guy until he wins playoff game.
I don't think it's his fault.
Yeah,
I think where Eric is coming from is the fact that, if it were one of those guys in the top 10 and they were playing on that Chargers team, they probably could win a playoff game or 2 over the course of 7 years.
And of course, they blew that big lead against Jacksonville.
Against Jacksonville. You're right. You're all right about that.
Yeah. Guys, the second guy's Caleb Williams. I do think he could get in, but I will also say this, guys. It would not shock me if he takes a step back, and here's why I say that. Last year, the Detroit Lions, everybody picked them to be a Super Bowl contender, but they had the third toughest schedule in the NFL. They went from first place to last, and their schedule now is 27th. It would not shock me if Detroit vaults back up to first place. Here's why I'm kind of a little bit cautious on the Bears, like they could take a step back. DJ Moore left, was one of the best wide receivers in Buffalo. They had a great center who retired. And also, guys, if you remember, Caleb Williams won a lot of crazy 1-4 games, 6 or 7. A lot of times that has a tendency to go the other way the next year. The defense got a lot of turnovers, but you can't expect that to happen again. And the defense and the schedule is a lot tougher. They've got their first place schedule, so it would not surprise if the Bears take a step back. The third quarterback I want to talk about was Jalen Hurts. Guys, I think he should be ranked higher than he is. He's ranked like 17th. And he did win the 2 matches where it was and Kellen Moore. I played Patrick Mahomes at both Super Bowls. He took all the different offensive coordinator changes. And unfortunately, I think they're saying that if he doesn't do it this year, he could be out. But I think if you're going to get rid of him, you probably may get rid of Sirianni because I don't think he's that great of a coach. It's mainly been his offensive coordinators that a lot of times have dictated Jalen Hurts' career. And guys, lastly, Lamar Jackson, he should not be ranked 69th. But I think the thing that's hurt him, guys, if you remember, 3 out of the last 5 years, Lamar Jackson's been hurt. He's missed 4 more games in 3 out of the last 5 years. I think that's part of why he's not as ranked as highly as he is. Guys, he's about to turn 30, and the thing is that he plays like Michael Vick and, of course, Cam Newton. They said he rushed the ball about as many times as James Cook, and he's already got over 1,000 rushes. And I really believe if he's going to win the Super Bowl, it's going to have to happen within the next 2 or 3 years. Because if it doesn't, I just don't see him doing it. Because I don't think he's going to play until the mid to late 30s because of his injury and his style of play. I really believe it's going to happen. It has to happen within the next 2 or 3 years since he's about to turn 30. Guys, it's always great to talk to you guys. Y'all take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, Kelly, first of all, one line is now open. Somebody jump in, take a leadership role at 615-759-9949. Pick out something you heard there and comment on it.
I thought Eric had some good points. He really does, and he's right about Justin Herbert. You know, you got to get past that. You know, they had Jacksonville down in Jacksonville a couple of years ago, but is that his fault? I don't know that. I mean, you know, I don't know what goes on inside those meetings. I don't know what goes on inside the huddles with the calls and things like that. He got his team up. I mean, how about your defense stop those guys? You know, and I know momentum comes into play, but he's right about some of those things. And hey, you know, that's everybody's opinion.
Clay on line 2, you are up next.
George, first of all, I just wanted to thank you for inviting me. I had a great time at the luncheon. I thought it was a great turnout. It was really interesting to hear all the VJ sports. Obviously, are really thriving, and I need to pay closer attention. I was really impressed with Coach Benchley's speech.
He's a great public speaker.
Yeah. Kelly, by the way, where did you attend high school?
Why do you need to know that, Clay?
Lincoln County.
Yeah, so you knew that. So why are you asking me?
That's what I figured. I'm just saying, you know, I heard about all these great things about BGA today. I just wanted to say BGA is still the greatest high school in Middle Tennessee. I'm a cast off.
Yeah, Kelly, eat your heart out, baby.
Well, I know they're still giving George free merchandise, man. What are we doing out there?
Not me.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about, I think you're about right, Kelly, where you had Dak Prescott. I'm a Cowboys fan. Let me be honest about it. I love the team. I despise the owner. He's an idiot. But anyway, I thought Dak had one of the best years last year. Their defense, quite frankly, was one of the worst NFL defenses inside everything. I mean, this guy really knew probably before every game that he had to put up 40 points to have a chance to win. I thought he had a great
No, don't you think they get too Clay? Don't you think they get too pass happy with him sometimes?
Yeah, I would agree with that some. I think sometimes they go away from the running game, you know, when they shouldn't. But I did think he had a great year. But gosh, that defense was just god awful.
It was horrendous. It was awful.
But anyway, I wanted to lighten what I said yesterday a little bit, Kelly. If you remember, many months ago, I told you how much respect I have. You played. Number one, you play football out. So no hard feelings over me talking about how far you are. Just want to clear that up.
No, you're good. I can't hear you very good, so I don't even really know what you said. Clay, what did he say, George?
Well, basically that he enjoyed giving you a hard time a few days ago, but he respects he played in the NFL.
That's fine. I mean, like I used to tell Tom Moore, I'm not scared of whip an old man, Clay. So next time I see you, we'll just have to figure that out.
What would Tom Moore have said that would make you want to whip him? The man's in his mid-80s.
He said a lot of stupid stuff to me, George.
Okay, give me one.
You were from a directional school, son. I went to the University of Iowa. Where did you go? At middle? That's a directional school, son.
Clay, I got to run.
All right, see ya.
Oh, that is beautiful. Tyron in Brentwood, welcome.
What's going on, Hall of Famers, living legends?
Oh, we're doing good.
I tell you, Kelly, I thought the list was sensational, and I just want to break down a couple of things. This Josh Allen people, and I know a lot of colleagues throughout the different networks think Allen's number one. I'm sorry. I mean, look, I can't unsee what I've seen a year ago. There was no Patrick Mahomes, there was no Joe Burrow, and there was no Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen went to Jacksonville and one wild card weekend was sensational that game, and he was atrocious against Denver. The turnovers, the god-awful turnover right before halftime. He had a Super Bowl calf last year and completely threw up on himself. I can't unsee what I've seen in that regard. That's why it's a they put him ahead of Mahomes, who's beaten him every time in the playoffs, who has 3 championships, has been to 5. Let's be clear, guys. I'm a Tom Brady guy, the greatest ever. The only reason why Mahomes isn't to go right now is because he ran into Tom Brady twice and lost to him twice. And one of the times he lost to him, he never seen the ball in overtime that game at Arrowhead. So I just think that the fact that people is putting Mahomes ahead of putting Allen ahead of Mahomes is a joke. You got to have respect for championships. You got to have respect for the history of this league. Mahomes right now, in my mind, is either the second or third greatest quarterback ever. But he's one, and then you can get Montana and Mahomes 2 and 3. But I mean, please, let's stop with this Josh Allen stuff. He's a great player. He's the second best quarterback in football. But this notion that he is supplanting Mahomes and surpassed Mahomes when last year Mahomes was getting operated on and this guy couldn't even get past the division round, please stop. That's just nonsense. Let's be adults. And I'm
Lewis, hold on, Tyron. You're talking to Lewis.
Yes,
so address Lewis on this.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Lewis, what you got?
Hey, my point of view is just, and I obviously didn't think about this as in depth as Kelly did.
It's flawed.
Sure. But if I were to be playing in a backyard football game, who do I want to go out and win me the football game?
The Turkey
It's Josh
Bowl.
Allen. Yeah.
The Turkey Bowl on Thanksgiving Day.
Patrick Mahomes has done it in the biggest game, though, Lewis. Like he's done it a couple of times. He's brought his team back. Like why? Like if I'm outside playing backyard football, Patrick Mahomes my quarterback. First of all, I'm going with myself. But then if I got to go with somebody else, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes.
I'm going. I'm going Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen over Kelly Holcomb.
Well, hold on.
Any day of the week.
We've got it. You're going with you number one.
Absolutely, man. If we're playing outside backyard flag football with the boys, I'm the guy.
I'm going with Jameson because I think he can throw it 20 yards farther than you can.
Probably can.
Well, here's what I say to that backyard football thing. Well, I mean, we can play that game too because Mahomes has beaten Josh Allen in the playoffs where Mahomes has made scrabble-dabble, razzle-dazzle plays. I mean, don't forget, he did get the ball in with 13 seconds left and had to go about 50 yards to get a field goal to go to overtime and then ultimately beat him in overtime. So we play that game too, Mr. Lewis. Mahomes is just a better quarterback. The one thing I'm tired of in sports is we want to disrespect guys that's got multiple more rings than guys. It's like with LeBron and Jordan. People want to say, well, 4 rings. No, numbnuts. Michael Jordan 6-0. He don't belong on the same path as Michael Jordan. Just like Allen don't belong on the same level with Mahomes. It's just that simple. And you're dead on Herbert, Kelly. If Herbert ever gets surrounded, he could be a top 2 type. He may be the best quarterback in football. This guy is sick, filthy, got a cannon, and if he gets surrounded with weaponry, and he's got his offensive coordinator this year. This guy, man, please. This guy is all world. Hey, you hit it on the head, Kelly.
Thanks, Tyron. Appreciate
I agree with
it.
that point. You're taking on water, aren't you?
Lewis is fired at this point. He's gone.
No, I'm standing. I'm standing 10 toes down on my decision. I still think that Josh Allen's a better football player.
The Turkey Bowl.
Do you really?
I do. I really do. I've always thought that.
Please.
You're psychotic.
All right, and he just picked up DJ Moore, so this is probably the year that, the best opportunity for him to do it.
Everybody's saying that, and here's the deal: I'm for Josh Allen because I'm for the Buffalo Bills. I played there. I know.
Sure.
I've been around the organization. I know what the fans mean. I want them to win, but I think the pressure's getting too much.
There's a lot of scar tissue around that Buffalo Bills fan base.
Big time.
Okay, I want to ask Luke in Murfreesboro, Tony in Nolensville, and then one or two more to take a leadership role as we rank NFL quarterbacks Kelly Holcomb style. 615-759-9949 is the number. Hit the phones. We're back on the George Plaster Show.
When I got my first car, my dad told me, keep the gas tank full and my number on speed dial. Now parents are telling their kids, save 615-242-9000 just in case. I'm Blair Durham. If you or someone you love is in a wreck, call us. We're here to get you the money you deserve.
What would you do if the pain was gone? At the Dr. Gill Center, we've helped thousands of people over the last 30 years break free from pain and get back to living life. We're committed to your outcomes, and our caring team listens, understands, and offers real solutions to neuropathy, back pain, and joint pain without unnecessary surgery or medication. Choose the clinic that listens. Choose the clinic that cares. Call the Dr. Gill Center today at 615-882-4838. Let's make your pain-free life a reality.
Baseball is just like music. You don't believe me? Let me show you. It's jazz, improvised and unpredictable. It's rock. The crowd explodes like a guitar through a wall of amps. It's rap, fast, sharp, all rhythm and timing. It's country, nothing but 3 outs and the truth. Do you believe me now? Look, no matter what music you're into, the hottest track in town, Nashville Sounds Baseball. Welcome to Hit City.
Sports and Social at Green Hills Mall is the new home for our Football Night in Nashville promotion. Their food is terrific. Their TV setup looks like a racing sports book in Vegas. And if you're a sports fan, you can't beat it. Starting September the 4th, we'll broadcast from Sports and Social every Thursday night. There's Pop-A-Shot, great football, and the chance to win a beautiful Mikey's Motors golf cart. See you at Sports and Social in Green Hills Mall.
Clarksville, get ready. Because when the doors open at F&M Bank Arena, the noise rises. The walls shake. And the Cats take control. Fast plays. Big hits. Non-stop arena football. Get in the den. Get your season tickets now.
It's the George Plaster Show. Your sports live here on 94.9 The Fan.
We're back, and it's a fun topic as we welcome you into Sports and Social in Green Hills Mall. All-Star game is tonight. We'll be here watching it. Going to be some runs scored, I think, because of the ballpark in Philly, which is a home run paradise. The topic is NFL quarterbacks. Let's put it back up there, the graphic, for those of you who are watching. Kelly's 1 through 10, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow are 4 and 5. Then Justin Herbert, Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott at number 8, Brock Purdy, Jaden Daniels rounded out 9 and 10. Luke in Murfreesboro, talk to us.
Hey, George, how are you doing?
I'm good, Luke.
Well, I agreed with a lot of what Kelly had to say and what he put on his list. There's a few things that I disagree with. And one was Brock Purdy being where he was at. Now, the situation is that Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. He was Mr. Irrelevant at one point and really turned himself around and became Mr. Relevant and making a Super Bowl a couple years ago. But you got to look at the team around him. They have an electric defense when Nick Bosa and Fred Warner are healthy, an incredible running back in Christian McCaffrey, and an exceptional O-line with Trent Williams being the best player at his position probably of all time. That's what we're looking at. And Brock Purdy, he's great, but it's a lot of his team elevating to make him look good.
Okay, Kelly. There is a lot of talent around him.
And up to now, and maybe not as much last year, but Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, he's had two of the better wide receivers at his disposal for the majority of his career.
He has, and I think Kyle Shanahan is a good mixture of what Brock Purdy is good at. I think he moves him around the pocket. He does a lot of what his dad did with John Elway. I just like Brock Purdy, man. I really do. I think the guy, you could have put those other guys there, but I think Brock Purdy is more of an athlete than people give him credit for. I think I always say this about some quarterbacks like Russell Wilson. I always said it about him, but I think Brock Purdy is an opportunistic runner. I think when you give him the opportunity to run, I think he can make plays on his feet, but he's always looking downfield, and I think he's won a lot of big games. Now, he hadn't won the big one, obviously. He's been to the NFC Championship game. He's got to get over that hump. But I like Brock Purdy, man. I think he's, you can have all those guys around you, but still you have to put the ball in the right place, in the right person's hands sometimes, and you have to make plays. I don't care who you got on your team. When the nut-cutting time comes, the quarterback has got to make the plays, and Brock Purdy has made those plays for the most part of his career, in his young career. So I'm hoping he can get over the hump and win a Super Bowl. Don't know that.
That makes sense. My other get back at you would be, he may not be a top 10 quarterback, but I would really, when you had the little close to top 10 players, I was confused why Jordan Love wouldn't be up there. And this is my opinion on Jordan Love. I want to get your opinion, Kelly. Jordan Love is an exceptional anticipator and has really made a lot of placement plays. I mean, when you look at his advanced stats, I have him pulled up here. He's second highest in passer rating or passing grade at 94.2. And when it comes to pass avoidance rate, he's ranked fourth best in that when the pocket is clean. And he's also top 3 in big-time throws. I guess it's a stat that's been counted. In big-time throws, he ranks top 3 in these 3 different categories. And I think he deserves to be in the top 12, top 13 range. And you didn't have him in the close call. Just want to see your opinion on where you think Jordan Love lands and why you didn't put him in the top 15.
Luke, that's a good question, man. Jordan Love is, I think he would probably have been 16th for me because I did think about him. And he's going into a franchise that's had 2 quarterbacks before him for the past 30 years in Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. And that's a lot to live up to. And I think that he's done a good job with that. He throws a lot. When you're around a guy for a lot of times, I caught myself doing this, but when you're around a guy for a long time, you start emulating him a little bit. And he's got a little Aaron Rodgers throw to him, a little Aaron Rodgers look to him. But I think he could be that guy. I really do. I need to see some more of it. He is under a lot of scrutiny up there because that is a quarterback place. And like I said, there's only been 3 in the last 30 years, which is kind of crazy to me. But I think he's got ability, and I think he could. He was probably 16th on the list for me. He really was. I could have put him in place of Bo Nix probably. I could have put him in place of some guys, but I think for me he's got to do it just a little bit more for me. But he was probably 16 because I said I did think about him putting him on that list.
Let me get one last call in. By the way, thank you, Luke. Tony and Nolan.
George, are you there?
I sure am.
There you are. That didn't sound like I had you. First of all, Kelly, yesterday you asked where do I get my nuggets and my information
Yes,
that are
sir.
on the computer. No, sir. Kelly, you got to get out of that bubble sometimes, and you got to get around amongst the people. You've got to get out and you hear things, Kelly. You can't just sit in that chair all the time and be in the little bubble up there.
Be a man of the people.
So you're a man. So you are a man of the people, Tony. Is that what you're saying?
I get out and I hear things. Sometimes I
You get out amongst the crowd. You get out amongst the crowd, which I love.
There you go. Seriously, guys, Kelly, I'm with you though on these quarterbacks. I'm going to go down the list like everybody's done. If I want a slobber knocker quarterback that's going to go out there and bust it, give me Josh Wilson. But if I want a quarterback that's going to win me a game, improvise and make a play for me to keep a drive going, to get down there and put it in the end zone, win a Super Bowl, give me Mahomes. You know, John, my best quarterback that I always loved more than anybody was John Elway. He played in 5 Super Bowls. He was 2-3, but he always managed to make the big plays. When he retired, he was 47, had won 47, come from behind victories with 2 minutes or less to play. So give me Mahomes. I'll take him over all the others right now. And that's right now. And one last thing, George, I want to talk to you about. I just mentioned today on the show that this thing with Bryce Harper, the All-Star game coming up, with this Bryce Harper and the FanDuel and this video he made in 2024 with this man that had 18.5 million, and supposedly this was a perk. And this guy had been on a lot of baseball also. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but I was going to get your take if you had. I'm going to let you go. We're up against the hour, and tonight. Talk to you.
You know, I just read about this earlier today, and I'm not sure I totally understand exactly what the story is. Bryce Harper apparently was asked to put, I guess, a voicemail together for a listener who turns out to be a gambler, I guess, that has gotten in a bunch of trouble. And I'm not sure really where Bryce Harper fits into this story. I got to reread this. It's a confusing story to me. And I'm going to throw up my hands and just say, I really don't know where to go with it.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Oh,
I don't really know what
it
is.
It's out there. So, Kelly, I think even though I would have liked for some people to really unload on you, I think your list is pretty dang good. The top 5 in some order, everybody had those 5. The one to me that could make the biggest jump is Justin Herbert. But it's up to Harbaugh, who I would have assumed by now would have fixed their offensive line, and he hasn't.
No, he has not, George. And I'd like to say another thing, what Tony talked about, John Elway.
Yeah.
You know, John Elway, I think coming into the combine, which everybody knows what the combine is, but I think he had the highest grade of a quarterback ever. And those teams that he took, those teams that he took to the Super Bowl his first 3 years, you know, when he went, those guys weren't great now. But John Elway was that dude that could put guys on his back, and he could make plays, and he could win games by himself. It was amazing what he did. And then he got Terrell Davis, not Terrell Owens, but he got Terrell Davis back there as a running back when he won his last 2 Super Bowls. And that's kind of what propelled him over the hump. But like, that guy was amazing. I can remember him watching on the drive. I can remember all that stuff as a kid. He's one of those guys as a quarterback that could put we always talk about putting them on your back and taking them to the promised land, but he could do it all by himself, which was unbelievable to me.
Okay, let's close this out in style.
All righty.
So my record after last night's loss, I had Kyle Schwarber. Came pretty darn close to winning it. is 86-65. My buddy Mike said that Ben Rice looked more like Rice-A-Roni. Anyway, tonight I'm going with the National League, partly because I'm more of a National League person, but I also think for the first time in a while, it may be a better league. It's been a while since I've really thought that, but I think tonight the National League in Philly wins. Tomorrow, great show. Mike Organ at 3:20, and then George Barkley, George from Boston, with a bunch of NCAA legal stuff. And we're going to take some questions for him from the audience as well, because he's the lawyer in this. He knows what he's talking about. See you tomorrow.
Now, here's your latest Fox 17 Code Red weather report.
I'm Fox 17 meteorologist Brett Luna. The chance for these summertime spotty showers and thunderstorms is going to stick around with us for the rest of the week. These storms can bring frequent lightning, heavy rainfall, and some minor flooding. No organized severe weather is expected with any of this.
Your sports live here on the Game Nashville Sports Network.
Hey guys, Big Joe here for our good friends over at Busy Bee. Listen, I am a Beehive member. I want you to be one as well because it's fantastic. And listen, get one free yearly Beehive membership to someone in your neighborhood. Now, the free membership must go to a family in your neighborhood. Beehive membership, buy one, get one offer is valid for the same or lesser value. Must present the offer at the time of service. So become a member of the Beehive Club. Go to busybeehvac.com. That's busybeehvac.com.
Call 775-7833.
Johnny Garrett's not some out-of-touch D.C. politician. Johnny Garrett's a Tennessean, a Christian conservative, and a proud father of three who's sick of the far left ruining our country with their radical policies. Conservative Johnny Garrett is proudly pro-life, pro-Trump to his core, and will all